So I'm recording this back to back. So I suppose this is gonna be day 12. It was a long one for the day 11. So hopefully I'm gonna keep it short for this one. I'm still reflecting on this video making thing, right? I still haven't write down notes. I really want to keep it structured or keep it like curated in a certain way that I hope that, but natural at the same time, because I don't want to be rambling and then people like just listen to me ramble on. I feel like this is gonna be unfair, especially I have decided to make more videos based on like certain topics that I want to talk about. It's not gonna be fair for people to just keep on listening to me ramble on, but still not in the right headspace to do that for now. But just another topic that I want to share. So basically, I was climbing yesterday evening, and my friend introduced me to somebody else who was also a climber. And the first thing that he said was, "Hey, aren't you? Is your Instagram handle Master of Half Beta? I love your videos." I don't know, did he say that? But anyway, he said like, I really enjoyed your videos. Some of them are really entertaining, are really funny. Like I love watching them. Somewhere along that line, I may be paraphrasing. So I was a little bit embarrassed, I would say, because I'm not the best with social media. I'm not the best at showing up. And I was like, I actually replied, "This is embarrassing, but thank you. Thank you for saying that. Who are you?" I'm in like, oh my god, why did I say that? But anyway, I kind of like, we just follow each other on Instagram, and that's that. And so I had a few things to that I was doing today, but I was like procrastinating a little bit because I'm still in the process, in the journey of like healing my productivity and trying to heal like how I structured and organize stuff, like all of the 3D stuff basically. So I was like procrastinating, and I was like watching my own climb videos on my Instagram handle, Master of Half Beta. And I was like scrolling. I'm like, I'm really enjoying it. And it's kind of like a journey actually, like as a journey of like my climb progression, to say the least, and also me learning how to use apps like CapCut, Instagram editing stuff, and adding music, and even sometimes like having the awareness to like, shit, I need to take videos, for content like this. I That was never a goal for my climb account. It's just for fun. I was never under any pressure to kind of like post periodically, or like to post a certain content. It's kind of like whatever I enjoy, whatever I feel like at the for the moment. And also, like, I'm trying to, it's not gonna sound the best, but sometimes when I'm trying to escape life, like that's where I turn to climb, that's where I turn to yoga, that's where I turn to, you know, editing funny stuff like this that I have no expectation of myself. I have no deadline, no nothing. And it turned out to be the space, the platform that I actually get the most compliment for. And it's pretty amazing. Like when I was reflecting on it, I was like, oh my god, this is how life should work, isn't it? Like, I get that there is gonna be some level of stress, there's gonna be some level of anxiety, or like deadline, or like expectation, da da da. But for me now, it's like, it's pretty amazing how things pan out, especially in a space where I have no expectation, no desire of how it's gonna turn out to be, and I get the most compliment for that. And I was just reflecting on that a little bit. And the other one that I reflected the most when I was scrolling down, of course, things weren't perfect. My climb weren't perfect. My editing weren't perfect. But it kind of like, it is, it captured the essence of what it is at that moment. And it's like a photo album, like I could scroll. And when I look back, I'm like, wow, I came so far. It's a progression for me. It's a journey for me. And there was this sweetness in my heart while I was going through that. And why I reflected on that is because I always have this inkling or this inner critic of like it's not good enough, it's not perfect enough, and I would like always want to curate stuff, and sometimes to the extent of like I go into this freeze mode where I don't even dare to take that step, where be it like the first step, be it like the subsequent step, I would have gone into this freeze mode that I dare not, because it's not going to be perfect, it's not going to turn out the way that I want it to be. But somehow having that, actually having that imperfection, like in the past, and I leave it there for me to look at it, and somehow it felt like a progression, it felt like something I can look back on. And I mean, reflecting on that, isn't that life? That's life, isn't it? Because I used to have like blogs, I used to have blogs on WordPress, but I always feel like it's not good enough, I don't categorize that good enough, I'm gonna start a new blog, I'm gonna delete the previous one. I just deleted my old Instagram account, by the way. And now I'm reflecting, I'm like, no, actually I should leave it there. It was my psyche speaking, it was my truth at that point, even though it may not be the truth for me right now. It was my truth, it was my essence during that time. Yeah. And I'm like, it kind of like links back to my previous video that talking about like just being in the present, being like okay with the imperfection, because that's just perfectly suitable, perfectly needed for me right now. It just made me reflect. And I kind of like want to adopt the same attitude towards how I'm gonna like show up in my social media, and also showing up in life in general. I'm not gonna be perfect. I'm never gonna be perfect. Like, what is perfect? Even Source is not perfect. Source is just neutral. It is just what it is, and we're just gonna be. I'm just gonna be okay with that. I'm just gonna be okay. We are all gonna be okay. And yeah. So that's 7 minutes, and I'm just gonna like talk a little bit of my direction for now. So I wish that I could write more. I wish that I could read more, but at this point I don't know, like there's probably so much going on in energy, and then whatever that's going inside of me right now, that it's a bit hard for me to like really sit down and focus, because I feel like everything is like rejigging itself, and I'm trying to, you know, let the energy settle, let the dust settle, whatever you call it. But for now, at the very least, I'm just gonna like let go of all of the pressure that on myself to kind of like follow a certain deadline, follow a certain expectation, like to the T at the very least. Of course, I'm gonna curate somehow. I don't want to ramble on, and then like nobody's gonna listen to my video except for myself. Yeah, and also I want to keep going with my YouTube videos. I've decided that, because I feel like I would rather it to be like a library where, you know, it's easily searchable, and I can do long forms like this, rather than, you know, a minute or a minute and a half where I couldn't get in all of the juicy details or like the contents that I want. Yeah, for my Instagram, I've been like posting my pictures and also my thoughts. Like whenever my psyche wants to speak, I'm just gonna write and write and write, and then capture that moment of how it's like for me at that point of time. So yeah, that's my little reflection. Thank you for everyone who's watching this. I really, really, really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you.